workflow. So let's say complete sub workflow, and we don't need to assign any service name to this. So the step N1 is mapped, 99 is mapped. The step 2 is already part of the template, activate, bypass, and then 4 and 6 complete sub workflow. This also we don't need to change. And 8 is basically the rollback condition, which comes from the step number 92. So we don't need to change these steps. In fact, we can have a better sequence. We can define these steps, we can move them, and then after that in our application the next one could be the 99, and then 2, 4, 6 and 8. So we'll save this. So now we see that all our conditions for N1, 99, so whatever changes are required for parallel workflows, they are now created. So let's activate this, and let's activate all the 3 tables. So I'll again go to the edit mode, and then I'll say activate, object saved and activated, and then to the single value decision table. Again we go to the edit mode, and then we save, and we activate. Do you really want to activate this? We'll say yes. So all the 3 tables, they get created in the system. This is the other part of the implementation. Now once the BRF table is complete, the setup of the BRF table for the parallel workflow is complete. Now let's look into the steps for the BADI implementation. So we will go to the BADI builder, which is SC18, and so we know the enhancement part, which is USMD SSW service processor, and within this enhancement part we will then identify the BADI that we need to implement. So parallel result handler, as we discussed earlier, so we will implement this BADI, which has the method of to handle the various results from the branches. So in order to implement this, we select this implementation, do the right click, and then we create a BADI. For the BADI implementation, we open now, so we get this pop-up, select or create enhancement implementation, and here at the bottom we'll say create enhancement implementation. We'll create our own enhancement implementation, and so let's have our own naming convention for this. So let's call this as ZZM underscore so this is for material, so let's follow the standard naming convention, underscore BS underscore mat underscore parallel, and then underscore workflow. So then the short text, so we can say this is a BADI implementation, so implementation for parallel workflows, right? And with this creation of enhancement, enter this. The system needs a package, so we don't need to transport this across various systems. So we see ZZM, BS, MAT, PAR, WF gets created, and from here, from this select enhancement, so we then move to, so we select this particular enhancement implementation, and then we create our own BADI implementation. So in this BADI implementation, we will use the same naming convention, which is ZZM underscore. So let me use the capital letter underscore BS underscore MAT underscore parallel underscore WF. So this is the name of the BADI implementation. Or let's keep this, make it a unique. So by saying that this is instead of calling it, so let's call this as ZBADI BS MAT parallel workflow. And in the description, let's call this as BADI implementation for parallel workflows. And then we need to use the implementing class, and so this will be a Z class, so we'll call this as this class BS so we'll have a naming convention ZS. So in fact let's call this as ZZCL MDG BS MAT parallel workflow. Let's call this with this name, ZZCL MDG BS MAT parallel workflow. So this will be the class that will inherit the standard class. So we'll say continue with this BADI implementation. We select this, and then here with this enhancement implementation for the given BADI, we get an option to copy the sample class. So instead of empty implementation, we will then say copy sample class, and we will then save it. So once for the given BADI implementation using the standard interface, a Z BADI implementation gets created, and then we move to the filter value, and in the filter value let's go to the change mode first. So just wait, so it will take time. I think this, yeah, so we go to the so in the change mode we will define the filter value, and we'll select the filter value. So here we have to define the object that we created earlier as our filter, and we will use this the combination for the merge parameter